bringing you a kid-friendly radio show. Every Saturday afternoon on YouTube. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock. Hello and welcome to episode 14 of the Brit Kids Show with me, Ethan. Yes, we are back from after a week break off, of the show, but we are back with an interview with a GCSE student, the weekly Watchlist, and we will see if anyone can beat Nate and Dan in the last leaderboard game of August. But first, if you want to see how I edited and uploaded this show, you can with the last part of our Making of the Brit Kids Show series. Yes, that's our behind the scenes series of this show. Will come out on Wednesday on this channel. It should do at 4 o'clock. So episode 1 of the Nether Survival Challenge came out last Saturday on my gaming channel, so if you want to check that out, the link is in the description below. Episode 2 should be coming out on Thursday at 4 o'clock. So yeah, but now it is time to see if anyone can beat Nate and Dan in the last leaderboard game of August. Leaderboard game. Hello, Kitty, and welcome back to the leaderboard game. How are you doing today?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thank you. So, do you think you can beat Nate and Dan with their scores of 6, I think it is?
I don't really know, because it's a good score.
Yeah, but you'll try your hardest. So Kitty was actually back on, she was on the show back in episode 5, I think it was. She was actually being interviewed on that show. But today you are taking part in the leaderboard game. So let's start off with question 1. This week, the UK was hit by a storm. But what was it called? Was it A, Storm Aaron, B, Storm Ethan, or C, Storm Francis? Your time starts now.
I think it's C, Storm Francis.
You are correct. You have got 1 point so far. Okay.
Yeah.
Question 2. The Scottish government released that all Scottish pupils over the age of what have to wear masks in school. Is it A, 12, B, 10, or C, 14? Your time starts now.
So 12, 10, or 14?
Yeah.
I think it's 12 actually. Final
12.
answer.
You are correct. It was A, 12. Okay, you've got 2 so far. Okay, question 3. A major tech company has backed Epic Games in the fight about Fortnite against Apple and Google. But which which major tech company was it? Was it A, Microsoft, B, Samsung, or C, EA? Your time starts now.
I think so. It was either Samsung, Microsoft, or
EA.
EA. I think it might be Samsung.
You are incorrect. It was actually A, Microsoft. Okay. Question 4. A major British politician has hired a personal trainer this week. But which politician was it? Was it A, Michael Gove, B, Gavin Williamson, or C, Boris Johnson? Your time starts now.
So it was either Boris Johnson, Michael Jones, Grove,
and
or
Gavin Williamson.
I have absolutely no idea, but I think I will go for Gavin Williamson.
You are incorrect. It was actually C, Boris Johnson. Okay. Question 5. ITV confirmed this week that I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here will swap the Australian jungle for where? A, North Wales, B, Sussex, or C, North Scotland. Your time starts now.
I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Sussex, North Wales, and North Scotland. I think North Wales.
You are correct. You have got 3 so far. Okay. Question 6. On Thursday, the daily cases of coronavirus rose to the highest tally since when? Was it A, the early July, B, late May, or C, mid-June? Your time starts now.
I will say mid-June.
You are correct. You have got 4 so far. Okay.
Yeah.
Question 7. Katy Perry announced the birth of her first child, but what was her name? Was it A, Charlotte, B, Daisy, or C, Rose? Your time starts now.
So Charlotte, Daisy, or Rose?
Yep.
I will say Daisy.
You are correct. So you have got five so far. Yeah, 5. So
the thing is, I don't actually watch the news.
Okay, so question 8. Who will replace Simon Cowell in the Britain's Got Talent semi-finals after he broke his back? Is it A, Ashley Banjo, B, Harry Styles, or C, Richard Jones? Your time starts now.
I will say, well, I've forgotten the answers now.
It's A, Ashley Banjo, B, Harry Styles, sorry, or C, Richard Jones.
Richard Jones, I think.
You are incorrect. It was actually A, Ashley Banjo. Okay, you still got 2 more thing. If you get this next one right, you'll have the same score as Nate and Dan. But if you get these next 2 right, the last 2, you will win the leaderboard game of August. Okay.
That's good.
So, question 9. Jamaica, Czech Republic, and which other country have been added to the quarantine list this week? Is it A, Canada, B, New Zealand, or C, Switzerland? Your time starts now.
My auntie lives in Switzerland, and she recently came over to visit us. And if it would have been added to the list, I think she would have said, but she didn't. So
it has just been introduced this week. I think it was yesterday it was introduced.
Yesterday? Oh, wow. So Switzerland's still on the list of what it could be. So my options are Switzerland, Canada, and New Zealand.
Yep.
I think Canada.
You are incorrect. It was actually C, Switzerland. Okay. If you get this next one right, you'll have the same score as Nate, Dan, and you. Okay, so question 10. Which member of the royal family will have a statue of them installed in Kensington Palace? Is it A, the Queen, B, Prince Charles, or C, Princess Diana? Your time starts now.
I have absolutely not a clue, so I'm just going to have a guess. Princess Diana, Prince Charles, or the Queen?
Yeah.
I feel like the Queen has a statue somewhere in England, but I don't know for sure. So, Princess Diana, Prince Charles, or the Queen? I think Prince Charles, but I have absolutely no clue.
You are incorrect. It was actually C, Princess Diana. Well done. You have still walked away with a really good score. 5. Well done. How do you feel?
Well, I feel great for not getting 1.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for being on the show today. It's been great. Bye.
Bye.
So Nate and Dan are still in joint first place, with Kitty in second with her score of 5. And with Florence in third with 2 out of 10. We were supposed to be doing the final of August's leaderboard game this week, but I forgot to record it on Thursday when I scheduled it with the contestants, and then when I tried to do it on Friday, the contestants couldn't make it. So I have delayed it until next week's episode. So now it is time for the weekly watch list. So this week's submission to the watch list to join Lost in Space and Current War is Alex Rider, available on Amazon Prime. No, I am not talking about the books or the 2006 film. Alex Rider is an 8-episode British spy thriller web television series based on the popular novel series by the same name by Anthony Horowitz. I think I've said that right. The London teenager Alex Rider is recruited by the Department of Special Operations, a subdivision of MI6, to infiltrate a controversial corrective academy for children of the world's ultra rich. So you might be wondering what the difference is between this and the original film. So I'll tell you. The series is based on the second book in the series, Point Blank, instead of the first book like the movie. But that is all I'm going to tell you. So if you want to check that out, the link to Amazon Prime is in the description below. If you have a TV show or a film that you would like to nominate for the watch list, you can leave it in the comments down below or email me at thebritkidshow@gmail.com and type your email the weekly watch list. Now it is time to talk to GCSE student Emma about her amazing results last Thursday without even taking her exams. Hello, Emma, and welcome. Thank you for being on the show today. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thanks, Ethan. How are you?
Good, thank you. So Emma was actually on back in episode 3, I think it was. She was the second contestant to do the leaderboard game. But are you happy to be back on the show?
Yeah, very happy to come back.
Okay, so we're going to start with the lockdown questions and then go on to talking about your GCSE results that you got last Thursday, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so are you doing anything special for the summer holidays? Or it's nearly over now, but have you done anything special?
I haven't really. There was a week where we decided, because my parents have been working the whole way through, so there was kind of a week where they were off, and like we had a few like trips out to go and see. We went and saw our family that lives in Sunderland, and then we had a trip out to Barnard Castle, but that's about all we've done.
Where did you go to Barnard? Where did you go in Barnard Castle?
We just went. It was my grandma's birthday, so we took her shopping a bit, and then we went round the Bose Museum, the gardens, because it wasn't open at the time, but we just went for a nice
I think it's
walk.
opened up now.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So what is the best thing about being in lockdown?
I'm gonna hope we're allowed to talk about this. So the best thing I've done, and Ethan, probably the same for you, is we decided to film an opera over lockdown, and so it was many months on, because obviously was doing my GCSEs and stuff. Once March the 20th hit, when we left school, that was it. I then had like nothing to do. So then when it came that we were gonna film an opera, I then had Zoom to timetable my life by, and that really helped.
Yeah. So what was the worst thing about being in lockdown?
The worst thing was not being able to see everyone in person.
Yeah.
I mean, I missed all my friends and missed everything that just usually goes on in life, because the only interaction I got for months was Zoom, and that was it. But
so what have you been eating a lot of during lockdown?
cheesy chips.
Cheesy chips. Okay. Fair enough. And what are you most looking forward to in the next stage of lockdown ending?
In the next stage of lockdown ended, so I'll be starting sixth form on the 2nd of September next week. So that'll be the next thing of trying to, obviously, I'm not going to be with my friends from secondary school, but making new friends and finally getting to see everybody in real life.
Did you learn any new skills during lockdown?
So during lockdown, I decided to join. Gareth Malone started an online choir as
Oh
soon
yeah,
as we
the
went.
home chorus or something.
Yeah, Great British Home Chorus, and I started that, and then became friendly with a group of people from across the northeast.
Okay.
So then, when Gareth Malone's sessions ended, we were all encouraged to learn a new skill, and the people I'd met from across the northeast decided they want to learn how to read music.
Okay, yeah.
So at first, one person in the group said it, so I offered my help because just before lockdown, I'd sat my theory exam,
Yeah.
and then ended up with a group of about five, six people, and I've taught them
Wow.
all over Zoom.
Wow. How has that been doing?
It's been really good. We managed to cover the full grade one syllabus in a week, and they're all doing really well. And like they're all like the age range is quite fast because like some of them are in the 30s, and then right up to some of them are in the
Oh,
70s.
so you're teaching adults?
Yeah, they're not like kids because the whole thing of the Great British Home Chorus was anybody could join it, and then just over
Okay.
Facebook started to meet some of the people that were from the northeast, and then they just like wanted to learn how to read music, and I offered my help to one person, which then got asked could I do Zoom sessions to them all, figured it out, got a plan together, started teaching them, got through the syllabus, and now some of them want to sit their grade one exam.
Wow, so that's good.
Yeah, not quite
Yeah.
sure where we go from here, but figure it out somehow.
So on last Thursday, you got your GCSE results without doing the actual exams. So what grades did you get in your GCSEs?
So in every exam I did, which I think it was 12, I got 12 grade nines.
Wow, so that's the top grade, isn't it?
Yeah, because it
So
works
it's
9 to
like
1.
the A star star, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Because a couple of years ago they changed it, didn't they? From
Yeah.
A's and B's to
I think
numbers.
a C is like a 4 and a 5, a B is then a 6, a 7 is an 8, an 8 is an A star, and a 9 is a
Yeah,
whatever you want to call
A
it.
star star, I think.
Yeah,
So obviously you're really happy with them grades.
yeah, very happy.
Yeah. So what were the grades based on? Were they based on mocks and what teachers thought you were going to get? Or
So the way it was supposed to work until the government decided to have a crash down was the teachers had all had to put in what we got from our mocks and then like other data backed up and then
yeah,
what they predicted we were going to get, and then this algorithm was supposed to sort it all out so
the
that based
amazing algorithm.
yeah, this amazing algorithm was supposed to sort it out so that based on other years, the same people across the country got the same grades. But the algorithm, then they figured, once the A levels came out, that the algorithm was very biased. And so that was
Yeah.
scratched. Literally, all we got on the day was our teachers' predicted grades.
So they weren't based on mocks.
Well, it was just,
Or was
however,
it was it the combined stuff that they sent off to the exam board?
well, the way it, I think different schools could have done it differently, but I think the way our school always predicted your exams was like whatever you'd got in your mocks, you kind of got like one grade higher
Okay.
because our school did like two lots of mocks. So we did mocks back in November, and then we did mocks just before lockdown happened.
Yeah.
So results did different schools did it differently. So my school had us going in. So
You went
like
into school.
yeah, we actually got to go into school, but
So
all the other schools in the area didn't get to and just got sent an email, I
yeah.
think. But no, ours did it where we go in. Now, I was speaking to one teacher who reckoned I would have been the worst affected by the algorithm because although, like in my mocks and stuff, I'd got all eights and nines,
Yeah.
then any subject that hadn't had a nine in the year before, I couldn't have gotten a nine in. and he'd
Ah,
been automatically pulled down to whatever the highest grade was they got, which for two of my subjects, they hadn't ran the course the year before, so who knows what would have happened there.
oh
It would
dear.
be quite,
Um,
it would be quite
so
strange to see what the algorithm predicted.
was it quite weird going back into your school because you've not been there since the 20th of March?
Yeah, it was really weird going in. I mean, you couldn't, because of the way one-way systems and that all work, you couldn't even go through the main entrance. So we just got kind of shoved in to the doors through the sports hall, which is where we got in. Now, we'd been in a few weeks before because our school decided to give us leavers hoodies. So
Okay,
we
yeah.
had to go and pick them up in July. But then it was very weird on results day going in and being like, this is the last time I'm ever going to come in for like ages. Because obviously, when you leave in other years, you can just go back to school and visit teachers whenever you like. But because of COVID and that, I don't think we'll be allowed to just go in. But then one of the special things I got to do was, so obviously we went into the sports hall, but that was meant to be the only room you were meant to be in. But then I had to go and have my photo taken because they wanted to put it on social media. So then I had to actually walk through the whole school past like, I got to go past like music, which was like my favourite subject. And it was like, oh, this is the last time I'm ever going to walk down this corridor past music.
So did you see any of your friends? Because obviously you had slots to go to school.
Yeah, we had slots, so it was going to be that I wasn't going to get to see my friends because I had a later slot on the afternoon. But then, because of the opera and because of things that were meant to be happening that week, I had to change my slot to earlier on the morning, which at the same time meant I got to see my friends whilst I was there.
So that was nice to see your friends
Yeah,
again.
that was really good.
So, how was it on the 19th and the 20th when you knew that they were going to be your last days in the school? How was it?
It was really like it was kind of sad, but then it's like almost that by then you know like you have to move on because I think you're just ready to almost, especially me because I did like with having 12 subjects. I'm kind of like right, I'm ready to only just do four now.
You did 12 subjects.
Yeah,
Isn't
so
it? Is it normally 9?
I think my school do about 9 or 10, but then I got pushed to do three extras.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah, very intense. So I think it was emotional for us, especially for us all going in back to school. But I think we're kind of ready to just, right, we know which subjects we want to focus on in life now and narrow it down.
Because on the 19th and the 20th of March, it could have been your last day and it couldn't have been your last day. So how did you feel then?
Oh yeah, because back then, right, so we'd had a faff on because our music exam, because then I did music BTEC as well, and
Mhm.
for that we had to do a show. Now we were
Yeah,
meant to
yeah,
be
yeah.
going to a proper theatre to do our show, but when we got the news that like we had to close, that schools were going to close,
Yeah,
which bearing in mind we didn't get till the Wednesday,
yeah, on the
our
Wednesday, the 18th, wasn't it?
18th, yeah, it was like, wasn't it like then that they announced that schools
Yeah,
were
yeah,
probably
Wednesday the
closing?
18th.
Well, our exam was meant to be the week after that.
Oh,
Obviously, that wasn't going to happen. So, we then had to rush through our exam and just film it in school on the Wednesday and the Thursday
wow. So that
because
must have
we
been
didn't know
intense.
whether we were going to be back or not.
Yeah, yeah. So I know my school and the year 11s in my school were saying goodbye to all the teachers and really emotional on that last day, if it was their last day, and they didn't really get that experience and that build up to the last day in July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember on when the government on that, whether it was a Tuesday or Wednesday night, I
It's
can't
the
remember
Wednesday
now.
night, I think.
When they announced it that schools were closing, we then got dragged into an assembly on the morning and be like, guys, this is it. You're leaving. This could be
Yeah.
the last time we see you. And but then so everybody was like kind of crying. The teachers were all trying to go around everybody, but meanwhile I had to stick my hand up because I was like, can we please go for our music exam? Because I knew our teacher was like waiting for us, and meanwhile she'd come up the corridor to see us. But then it was kind of nice because our school managed to do us a proper leavers assembly on the Friday,
How did
and
they?
like yeah, we did the whole. I mean, the Friday, once we'd got our exam out the way on the Wednesday and Thursday for the music kids, the rest of everyone hadn't done anything on the Wednesday or Thursday lessons wise once we knew that we weren't
Yeah.
coming back, but and that we weren't sitting GCSEs. But on the Friday, we were all done. Nobody did any work all day. We just sat in the classrooms and we did the whole shirt signing thing.
Yeah.
So I've got my leavers shirt is absolutely covered in signatures, and we just had a really nice time of like leaving. But everyone was so emotional because like it just happened so abruptly. Like I suppose when you usually leave in July, you prepare
You
yourself for
prepare,
leaving.
yeah.
We didn't have that. It was just like bye bye. Don't think we'll ever see you again.
Yeah.
But
But it was really weird to get from that Friday when we were near closer to 2 meters than everyone, and to that Monday night when lockdown was
yeah,
introduced, and then not to that Tuesday you had to be 2 meters, and that's really weird. The day before you didn't have to be, and the next day you just it
it
changed
all
so quickly.
it all happened so suddenly. Yeah, I can remember back to that Friday, like you were all hugging and everything, and
Yeah,
like to all of a sudden now you're no longer allowed to hug. Still, well, like I think the last hug I had off anybody was my music teacher,
apart from your family.
apart from my family. Yeah, but like yeah,
Yeah.
the last hug I ever had like off someone who's not in my bubble was my music teacher and all my friends at school because we didn't know what was going to happen, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden the 2 meter social distancing and everything would come in. Well, all them assemblies and stuff are probably the last assemblies anybody's ever going to have for ages and ages.
Yeah, because it went so quickly into it, but on the other side, now we're on the other side, it will take so long to get back to them not being 2 meters and like it was before, but it will probably never get back. The world will probably never get back to what it was like before the pandemic.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Yeah.
going to be a new way of life from here on in.
Yeah. So what subjects did you take for your GCSEs?
Oh, right. So, GCSEs, I had to do maths, obviously,
Yeah.
English literature, English language. You then, to be allowed to enter in for your English language, you have to do a speaking and listening exam for English.
Yeah.
You've then got, you either have to do combined or separate science. So, I did separate science, so I did biology,
Yeah.
chemistry, physics. I then did, for my option subjects, I did RE, I did German,
German.
and I history, and then I did BTEC music. But because I play clarinet, which the BTEC music we did was RSL, which is the rock school exam, so that it's best for
Okay.
that if you play a guitar or drums or something. So
Yeah.
then I needed the classical GCSE, especially for getting into sixth form. So then I had to do music as an extra on a Friday night. My
Oh, wow.
teacher. I mean, she was on maternity leave for 2 years, but so we rushed through the course in like my last year. But she kindly ran GCSE music as me for an extra, and then I got pushed to do statistics as an extra, like because I was good at maths.
Oh,
And
okay.
then in our school, if you do separate science, you can't do computing because they don't fit it, can't fit it on your timetable.
Oh,
But there was four of us that were picked that we were told that they wanted us to do computing. So we did that instead of PSHE. And then the statistics one that I was pushed to do, we did that instead of PE.
oh, wow. So intense.
Very intense.
Yeah. So how is it going into college in a worldwide pandemic with social distancing in place?
Well, for me, I've picked to go to a school sixth form because
Okay.
for all the big colleges around here, I think it was going to be a nightmare absolutely getting the buses.
Yeah.
Because from speaking to students from past year, they're a nightmare normally because our buses around here break down a lot, don't turn up. So I was like, don't really want that fuss in a pandemic. But then with going to a school sixth form, I think me and one other person are the only people going who haven't gone to the school. So everyone is going to know their way around, apart from me. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
And
and like we've
everyone's going to know each other.
yeah, which I'm quite lucky in the fact of through my drama group, I've got one friend that I already know who goes there. So we've
Okay,
already
so that's quite
sorted that
good.
I just be with her. But like everyone's just gonna know their way around. We've had all the forms through of like, right, you're in this area of the building, this is which gate you have to come in through, and this is where you have to sit on the bus. And I'm like, I don't know the school to know where that even is. And because of like lockdown and stuff, we've missed all the opening evenings and the days where you go in for your taster days. So
Yeah.
it's just going to be pretty thrown in at
Yeah,
the
so you're
deep end.
thrown in the deep end straight away. You have to do
But
everything.
then, whereas with me going to a school sixth form, I'll be there every day. My friends who are going to like the proper sixth form centres, they've been told, I think they've only been given like a couple of days where they're in, and then everything else is going to be taught online.
Because and also with sixth form you have freeze, don't you? So you're
Yeah.
not having lessons, so they could fit into many days, and you have the rest of the days off.
Yeah. Well, I've been told for my freeze though, I've got because with getting the school bus, you can't just like go home whenever you want to, really.
Yeah,
I've been given like there's a designated area we have to go to for our free period with being at the school. But yeah, everyone else, all the other six forms in the area seem to just be doing a lot of stuff online, which I don't know whether I would quite fancy that.
no, I wouldn't because I had to do homeschooling all the way
Oh,
through lockdown, but you didn't, did you? Because you
no.
had finished year
There was a
11.
slight period of time where my sixth form actually, with them being a school and with them having all the rest of their school students to still send work to, they then added me to like as if I was in their old year 11 and gave me all the work for like sixth form. So there were a few weeks where I did have to do some stuff on my own, but like
Okay,
every other year 11 probably has done nothing for however long.
yeah,
And it'll be, but like even that finished, like they decided to finish it when we would have finished our GCSE, so I haven't done anything since like May, June.
yeah.
Whereas at least yous all went up to July when you sort
July,
of
yeah.
finished school. It must have been hard
It was
though.
hard. It was really hard to keep on motivated and keep on doing it.
Yeah. Which is
Yeah,
why you started this show, wasn't it? To motivate you to get
yeah,
it done.
yeah. You've obviously listened.
Yeah.
Well done. um, so, um, is there any other rules? Sorry. And you said about your freeze, you had to go to a space, but is it in a town, your college?
Yeah, so I'm going to a college which is in Bishop,
Bishop,
so
yeah.
we are allowed to go out on a dinner
Yeah,
time, but like in your freeze and stuff. But from where like we are, it's quite a walk to anywhere.
yeah,
Whereas like people that are going to Durham or Darlington are kind of in the centre. So
yeah,
I think a lot of us will just stay in
yeah.
school.
Are you excited for college because it's a lot more freedom, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm very excited because, like, at least so the subjects I've chosen to do, I've decided I want to carry on English and maths, which I don't know why not. But then I'm doing music, which would be great to have music actually on my timetable and not just having to do it after school. And
Yeah,
then I've chosen to do drama, which is like a really exciting one for me because at my secondary school we couldn't do drama as a GCSE. So being able to do drama A level, it's something that I'm going to really love and have the freedom to do.
but isn't music just a BTEC for you?
Yeah, so
It,
A levels, my A levels are going to be maths, English, and drama,
yeah,
and then music because of like I think it's more the area we live in. Hence, we would have been
yeah,
affected by the algorithm so much
yeah,
that not everybody can like play an instrument or play an instrument well enough to like be able to read music to do the
yeah.
proper courses. So we do in the B Tech, but the B Tech's really good in the fact it's more performance based.
Okay, so not as much theory
Yeah, and the B Tech is actually
as
worth
the A
one and
level.
a half A levels.
Oh, wow, so that's good.
Yeah, so it's more, and so you get more. It works on UCAS points. So if you got the top grade in an A level, I think you get 60 UCAS points. Whereas if you get the top in a B Tech, you get 90.
Yeah.
So it should be really good. But then at the same time, I'm going to have to keep up doing all my music exams and do my theory exams, because depending on which uni you want to go to, most accept the B Tech, but some of the ones like Durham don't. So then, but if you have your grade 7 or 8 theory, then they accept that as the A level as well
Yeah.
as the B Tech. So it's going to be crazy, but
Like you said, drama, it'll be nice to do it because you didn't in secondary school. Yeah, my secondary school didn't drop drama a couple of years ago after they
yeah.
they had built a drama studio
Same with ours.
like 2 years before they dropped it, and it's like
Yeah.
it's sitting there. They only use it sometimes for PE and
Yeah,
sometimes for, and they do the tennis table club there,
yeah,
badminton
exactly,
thing,
exactly the same with our drama studio, Ethan. Isn't that weird?
and then they use it like maybe a bit for assemblies where you sing. Yeah,
Oh,
so
well, our drama studio got used, so the music room in our school is right next to where people do the exams. So even though you can't do drama GCSE or anything, as soon as the exam periods come, our music teacher has to teach everybody in the drama studio and teaches them drama because there's nothing else she can do with the
so that's
space.
good then.
Yeah, but at the same time, it gets used a lot for PE,
Yeah,
and other than that, doesn't really get used.
yeah, same with my school. Um, so what other rules are they putting in place to combat coronavirus in your sixth form?
So we've had the information through, and from what I remember, you have to sit in a certain dedicated seat on the bus and
Yeah,
wear a mask, and then you have to go in through a certain area of the school.
yeah.
One thing I don't know yet is whether we're going to be moving classrooms or whether we're staying in the same classroom.
Yeah, with my school, it's you stay in the classroom. The teachers come to you. Apart from like
Uh,
science and PE, where you'll need to go to
yeah.
a specific classroom.
But then I suppose I think the school might be doing that like as a whole for like the proper school years, but I suppose for A level, your classes are so different as to who does what subject.
Yeah,
I don't suppose you can really the teacher come to you.
no,
But so who knows how that's going to work? And I think every year group's got a different start time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you for being on the show today. It's been great.
Thank you for having me back, Ethan.
Okay, bye. So that was Emma talking about getting her GCSE results. If you have a new skill that you have learnt in lockdown, or if you just want to get interviewed by me, email me at thebritkidsshow@gmail.com and type your email interviews. Sadly, that is all we have time for this week. We'll be back next week for the first leaderboard game of September, an interesting interview about going back to school, the weekly watch list, and the final of August's leaderboard game. Please share this video with your friends and family. Comment, like, listen to last week's episode if you haven't already listened to this show until the end. Email me and subscribe because we're nearly at 50 subscribers, only like 5 or 4 more left. So please do subscribe to get to that first goal that I set myself when I started this YouTube channel. And all them other things really do help me out with making the show. So please do them. In the meantime, if you have any suggestions to make the show better, or about the Brit Kids Show Extra, or about the Brit Kids Gaming Show, or if you have a new skill you want to talk about, or if you have a TV show or film that you would like to nominate for the watch list, or if you want to have the chance to be crowned the king or queen of September's leaderboard game, comment below or email me at thebritkidshow@gmail.com. So that is all we have time for this week. We'll be back at the same time next week, but for now, goodbye. Bringing you a kid-friendly radio show every Saturday afternoon on YouTube. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock.